this is Greg Fanbook of Greg's Mind. Now, I have taken these 4 videos I feel, and I have combined them into the diagram I shall be showing you right here. Now, in the diagram I have here, I am gonna explain how the energy works in our universe and how it flows, and so on. Every circle is basically an event, much like we have on the far right, the brain cell, the universe, all that. All these circles are different events. And so let's begin with the example I have, which is like a sports team. So could be anything, football, hockey, it doesn't matter. But each team is fighting to win, basically. And so in each team, they have talent, which helps them win, and they have beliefs and so on. And so in trying to win, they use these, and it's energy, but they also use the like the crowd, the cheering of the people, the motivation from them that they are getting. And some people in the crowd are positive and they're for like team A. Some people in the crowd who are also positive are also negative towards team B. And same going down the line with the negative circle and the neutral circle, which is the N. And they each want their own individual team to win. And team A will win because they have the talent and they are better than team B. They have guess more energy going into them. But team B wants to get an upper hand, and because they don't have the talent, they don't have the skills, they like resort to using cheats. So they cheat to win. And so like cheating is the opposite of talent. So by cheating, they win in the end, and they're just using that like energy from cheating to win. Basically, it's not a good thing in a sense, because they are overshadowing the talent of the other team. And so I'll get into the ad thing in a bit, but then we have the individual beliefs of the people who want the team A to win. Like they are very calculated. You have to see all of this as like energy moving. And what was it before? So how I described it in, I think, the Faraday cage video was that, so binary is 1 and 2, but it can only be 1 and 2. And with quantum physics, they're the same. Like the same thing can be 1 and 2. And so because of the energy flow, because of their belief, the positive people want team A to win, and the negative people want team A to lose. And these are events. So the positive people are channeling their energy into team A, while the negative people are channeling their negative energy into team A. And the difference between the two energy is what they are, like what their emotions are towards that. So more positive emotions are gonna give more impact to team A, whereas the negative emotions aren't gonna give as much impact to team A. And so it's almost pointless to try to make team A lose, because of your thinking, because it's not going to walk that way. They will always win because they have more talent, they have more skill. Only when Team B introduces the cheating aspect will they lose, because they are going against the thing. And I mean, there's the probable chance stuff, but whatever. Um, but let's move on to the ad thing, because that is also very... No. Let's move on to perspective, because that is a big thing here, which I kind of already described by telling you about the binary and the quantum stuff. But because... So we'll go into the collective consciousness circle, because everything goes into that collective consciousness, and that collective consciousness creates the belief, and the belief goes into the different individuals. Those three are like a group of people, whereas the I am in the corner is like representative of an individual, or in particular me. So back to the collective consciousness, because that creates through perception, through our observations, because what was it, the Schrödinger's cat experiment or whatever, where a cat is in a box and you will never know if the cat is alive or dead until you open the box, and once you open the box, the cat is either alive or dead, because you open the box, like you absorb what it is in the box. And that is how our perception of our universe works, through the flow of the energy, because the atoms take on what we perceive is like reality, and it's all based on our individual perception. Now, where the ads come in is they overshadow, much like cheats, they overshadow talent. And so, like, let's think about like Jesus. Way back in the day, he got his publicity or whatever through speaking and putting himself out there. So Jesus got his start by doing that, and because the universe works naturally and with flow through talents, he got a lot of like acknowledgement, and we still know about him to this day. And where ads come in is, ads is a like negative way to influence that. So to get into ads get ads get into the collective consciousness. So like Burger King, you have a crap ton of commercials about Burger King, get this sandwich, get that sandwich, and whatnot. Because if that food at that restaurant never had ads, they would never gain any traction, because that food is to the universe a negative product, because it's greasy, it has meat, and I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with like eating meat, but it's just the way it's made, why it's made, and it's negative. So that's why ads like overshadow talents and stuff. So we're going back to the collective consciousness and trying to explain how we view the world through perception. And a lot of it is also down to science and labels, because science labels everything exactly what it is. So, for example, a pen is always going to be a pen, because that is what science has labeled it as. And because all that is in the collective consciousness, the pen is never going to change until we start to think of it as something different, or until we start to see what is actually behind it. Because, like, when the scientific theory is involved, you are giving a end result to an unknown thing, when instead you should be seeing the entirety of it as unknown. You don't know what it is, you don't know what's going to happen, and that is how you're going to achieve the best result. Because, well, even just trying to identify something as something is, it's, I don't know, it's just wrong. Like, you cannot identify a pen as a pen because it's not a pen. And it's because everything is energy. Everything is constantly changing, constantly different. It's only because of the collective consciousness that we have given it the name, the label of a pen. And time is also in this category because we have, for whatever reason, decided we want to measure getting from point A to point B and create a system which, like, ages us. Like, age is an illusion, time is an illusion. And I mean, so like, I'm 30, but I don't feel 30. Whatever. But it's all because of the perception that we have given every individual thing, that science has stated everything is what it is, and it can't be different unless proven different. So it's like an oxymoron. Why does something need to be something, like, why does it have to be that, is the question. So, going to the end of this end part, which is the so how do we affect the energy of the universe? We affect it with well, firstly, we get energy from things like the sun, food. uh, that's like where we get our energy from. But our energy can be uh, negated if we are influenced by lower vibrational and lower vibrations, which are things like fear and stress. And if we have stress, we get cancer. It, like, that is proven. But we have more ability, more ways to manifest different things when we are in like the present moment. We are in a vibrational state of, like, love and stuff. So when we eat things like meat, which is a byproduct of an animal taking in sun from the food they eat, and so, like, we should be eating fruits, vegetables, things that naturally come from the sun, instead of through an animal and eating. I mean, we can still eat animals. It doesn't matter. Some of us need it. But it's just the, like, processed sun that we take in from meat is a lot less than the processed sun we would take in from, like, food like apples and fruits. And so all of this comes down to the magic in our universe, because because, like, the perception that we have projected out into the universe through the collective consciousness is one of everything is this, everything is that, everything is science, everything is a label. And because we have labeled everything, it cannot be anything else. So the magic comes in because the quantum energy is unlimited. It's limitless. It can allow anything if our belief is strong enough. So like take what is it? Like take Wonder Woman. She was born and raised on an island of Amazons, and they are all super strong, super whatever. Their island is a collective consciousness of people that all believe that they can be that they are super strong, they can fly or whatever. And because of that, when she comes over to the mainland in the movies, like she can still do that because her belief is that strong. All of us need to have that belief, but our belief is tossed into religion and stuff. And religion is a negative form of belief because it makes us think something outside of us when everything is inside of us. So, I mean, if we want to bring magic back into the world, which we can easily do, we need to get the collective consciousness to stop believing in it again. To stop believing we are super strong. Like, we are literally gods, but we are all asleep. And that is, like, our world is magical. We have just forgotten that. And so, once we start, like, bringing that back into the collective consciousness, we will start seeing that we can do amazing things. But it also means that we all need to temper ourselves. We need to walk through our negative aspects of ourselves, our negative, like, not negative, but our traumas, and we need to find balance in ourselves. Because, I mean, we were all taught to follow, all of us, from the moment we are born to whenever you get out of that habit of following. You are, like, thinking you need to follow someone. When you are an individual, you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, why you want, and as long as you're not in, like, a fear, you're living your best life. Like, right now, we are just drones. We are slaves. And by waking up to the fact that we're individuals means we can set our own, like, rules, our own standards and whatnot. And we do not need a government to dictate what we do or give us the rights to do what we want. So that's a lot. And that I basically just condensed those 4 videos into this diagram. It's how the energy of our universe works, how we can actually harness it if we start thinking about it more. If we start, like, if someone is super good at singing, that is a talent. And the universe likes to boast of those who are using their talents. And so the only thing that gets in the way of that is when someone is, or when a company or a group is putting ads out or cheating on that talent. And they, like, soften the talent and they negate it and whatever. So, all of us, the world we see is based on your own perception. And if you can harness your mind you can conquer your perception and create the world you want or you need, what, whatever it is your case. But understand that we are far more magical than the, what we are led to believe. Everything is not physical. Everything is an energy, and that energy, if we have enough imagination, enough belief, can be changed into anything else we want. So, I that was a lot, but I believe I have covered everything that I wanted to at least. I have simplified those 4 videos right here, and that's about it. Stop believing in magic, folks, because we're in for a very magical time. And these entities or aliens, whatever you want to call them, they're just like us, only a different shape. And like every group, there's always good apples and bad apples. But as long as you're positive, you're gonna attract positive things towards you. If you're negative, you're gonna have more negative experiences, and fall into negativity. So fortify your mind, stop being positive, let's start seeing the magic of our world, because that is what our world is. We are magical, we are gods. We can fly, we can do all this, but only if we get the collective consciousness, and that means all of us, to unite and agree that that is what it is. And it's as simple as putting in subliminal messages, like in programs. That's how the negative side has controlled us all this time. So I think that's it. That's the video. Have a good day, and goodbye.